Hello Virgo, welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 22nd going to the 8th of May. I'm going to dive straight into it, see what's going on for you guys, okay? The microphone is back. I'm so happy and I hope it's working well. Maybe a bit too loud for some of you, but that's adjustable. Alright, for Virgo, please, for the week ahead. Spirit. I'm picking up travel just for a few of you, and then the card came out and it kind of clarified that for some of you. Well, this is interesting. You start off within this week having this really beautiful, like ambitious energy. And I think I'm seeing you actually conquering certain things and you are achieving goals, like you are actively going out and pursuing, which is amazing. Like you're in this very adventurous momentum. But then it kind of feels like maybe you're going to be hearing some news of something that you may have like is unfinished, or maybe there's something you need to check over, or there is something about the past that's lingering here. And I do believe that this might stump you within this week with this beautiful energy. So just pay attention to this. I'm actually just going to show you the cards as they're up already before I get into the tarot, because it's very clear. This is how it's showing up. And a lot of the times when I pull out these cards, they kind of have a bit of like a timeline. So we go from the distance with this beautiful, ambitious energy, like chasing those goals. You see how fast this cheater is running towards the goal, and there's so much energy. This person, so you, Virgo, are going to achieve even more and more and more. All of a sudden, you reach this position in a never-ending story of like, but okay, so when am I going to get there? Like, there is something that's blocking you. It could be to do with this clean it up energy, okay? So just pay attention to that. The clean it up is usually like when things kind of go wrong, you have to kind of clear up some things here, or you're having to deal with things of the past, or there is something that might be blocking you that we have to get rid of. And I hope my camera is not bugging out. I can see it doing it, so. But the never-ending story, I'm going to see in the tarot what this could be, but I'm kind of getting a sense that this could be just like frustration coming from you, that something is not going the way that you wanted it to, or that the goals are not happening in a time frame that you wanted it to, or I'm going to dive into it, because the go the distance is telling me that you're going the distance, you're doing what it is that you need to be doing. So what's this? Can we clarify the overall energy for the week, please, for Virgo? You have the Ace of Swords, so it could be a message coming through. You have the Wild card, which is a good, again, travel for some of you, but it is like a new beginning. These are really good cards. So can we clarify the never-ending story? Empress, Six of Wands, which is great. Where's the frustration coming from? Hermit. Interesting. And clean up. You guys are gonna get some money. Whoa. Clarify that quickly. I just felt something. Some of you might be finding love, okay? This is just for a few of you. Some of you, if you already are in a relationship, there is something coming on between you and somebody else. It doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be a friendship. I'm seeing you and somebody else. There's a little bit of a tricky situation coming down with you two. Yeah, some of you might just decide to end it because there may be something toxic here. Could be some sort of control coming through with the Emperor being there with the Devil. With the Eight of Cups, it's like it's just not fulfilling, or there is a problem within this with that Two of Swords as well. I'm really sorry if the camera is not acting properly. Two of Swords, Ten of Swords, there might be a conversation to end something. This could just be a friendship, though. It doesn't have to be. But it does feel like somebody's got either anger issues or this could be a controlling aspect with the Emperor, okay? All right, anyway. So let's carry on with this. So Virgo, where do we start? Let's start off with we've kind of already mentioned the oracles. There is something that's going to come across as a bit of frustration, but the overall energy when it comes down to you is amazing. But it may be external influences, but I mean, when I tried to clarify, it was the Hermit. Either you need more time alone, or maybe you're spending too much time really overthinking certain things. This is kind of weighing heavy on you. The Hermit is your card, Virgo. You're stepping into your energy. The only downside with the Hermit and, being the old soul is that sometimes it can get you in a little bit of the spiral of feeling like the world is on your shoulders at time, and if you're kind of gaining more responsibility through your life, which for some of you are, like, this is really good in terms of your career, in terms of your flow, in terms of your energy. I'm seeing it picking up. I'm seeing you feeling good about yourself, but maybe I feel like maybe the time spent alone could be a bit more productive, not to do with the work that you're doing, but instead of maybe dwelling on things that you've already been through. Because with the Hermit, this is somebody who's on the top of the mountain. You've gone through really difficult challenges. Now you're able to really look back at everything, see why you went through it, and see where you're going now moving forward. But you might be reflecting a little bit too much on the past. With never ending story, you could be repeating something over and over, and this is why it's never ending. For some of you, it is really to do with your focus, because this never ending story, to clarify it, really amazing cards came up. The Empress, the Six of Wands is really about you feeling yourself, being in this beautiful energy like you are, Virgo. This is you enjoying the abundance, being in this high position of power, whatever that means to you, whether it's just on an energetic level or whether it is in terms of your career or where you're going in life. Like, this is a very beautiful energy coming from you. It's radiating. The Six of Wands is saying that you have been so successful with the things that you've overcome, but sometimes this Hermit energy does become a little bit of it seems like a blockage in your reading, but it's your superpower, but it seems to be your weakness within this week. So maybe you're being told to maybe socialize or be out and about, whatever that means to you, like go for the experiences, not to distract yourself from the past, but to focus more on your future. So instead of telling ourselves the same story and repeating the same thing over and over, like, when is this going to end? It's going to end when you stop paying so much attention to something, when you stop paying so much importance to something. And you'll find that time flies, and the things that need to be known to you, if it's questions, answers that you need, if it's closure that you need, if it's just to let go of something that you need, to not remind yourself of anything or to let something go, then if you focus on other things, it will just do its own thing. And sometimes time is a perspective, meaning that if you are having fun, time flies. If you're staring at the clock, or if you're doing something you don't really want to do for a certain amount of time, it takes forever, So there's this energy of like maybe spending too much time by yourself. Thinking can be a little bit counterproductive, because as you can see, this color is just being removed from this lady here, because she's just can't move until she has this answer. She can't move until she knows whatever it is that this timer is ticking down to. As you can see, there's like a little spinner in here with yes or no, love me, yes or no. So maybe you're wondering if someone really loves you, for some of you out there, or if something is really going to happen for you. But this coming through the Empress and the Six of Wands, like, there is confidence within you. Like, there is every reason to be, at least. But the Hermit seems to be a bit of the blockage for you. All right. Well, anyway, with the go the distance, that kind of energy, we have the Ace of Swords, the Wild card, the Three of Cups. Some of you could be collaborating, but there definitely is some very good news coming through for you that is igniting. Yes, igniting a new beginning. That's the word they wanted to say. There is this fiery energy coming through with the go the distance. That is that passion. That is that fuel to the fire. You are going to get a lot more energy, but it's just that it feels like that could get ruined by your own need to be in this reflection stage, which isn't a bad thing to reflect. But when you're like repeating something that doesn't need to be repeated, whatever they mean, whether it's just sometimes our brain takes us to the past, it does that so that we can reaffirm. Your body is always on the lookout for danger, and if you've been hurt in a certain situation, or if something feels like it's repeating itself, your body does go into this withdrawal state where it needs to remind yourself of it to prevent yourself from moving forward. It tries to dissect it, understand why it happens. So sometimes our brain does that. If you're waiting for somebody to come back from the past, all I'm going to say is like that should not be your focus. Like, I think you're moving on beyond with this Empress and Six of Wands. You can see like this energy is loving life. It's like I've moved beyond that. Like I'm choosing myself, and I'm gonna be. I am free, successful, attractive with the Empress. You guys are super attractive at this time. Maybe it's a time that you're focusing more on your self-care and, on yourself, your energy. Like you're in this very attractive stage, not just to, love interest, but in terms of the universe. You are attractive to the universe. The universe is, you're now attracting in opportunities. Six of Wands is also gaining attention, which is kind of what they want you to do, is to go out and have fun. And don't be afraid to be yourself, is something coming through. So yeah, you guys are going to be getting some kind of message and some sort of good news in regards to something of achieving a goal and getting ready for this new beginning. This is something worth celebrating. The clean it up card coming through is a really good card of taking accountability and moving forward, clearing the mess up, and kind of displaying leadership skills here. So instead of sitting and wondering, this is saying that there is something that you can actively do to move forward, maybe away from that never-ending story. When I clarified this, you did have the Ten of Pentacles. So this is amazing. This is reaching that abundance. This is building that legacy. This is gaining some financial rewards. So maybe you guys are going to be working a little bit more. Maybe you guys are going to be selling a little bit more, or maybe you're doing more hours, like you're receiving more money because of something here that you're taking responsibility in. You're working hard. You have the Temperance, Fool card, and the Four of Wands. So Temperance is about balance. I feel like this is to do with your health for some reason. I think that you might need to take some time out, make sure that you are looking after your health here. The Temperance card is making sure that you are balanced, okay? Don't be afraid to take a bit of a pit stop to just refuel and then get back onto it again, because the Fool card is jumping into that success with that Four of Wands, that wish fulfillment. So it feels like just before you leap into something, make sure you balance yourself first. It's kind of reminding me of the Chariot card, okay? It feels like you're going to take a big leap, a big risk here moving forward in your life. I'm not speaking about this relationship just yet. I am going to pull like a few cards on that too for you, Virgo. But in terms of your money, in terms of you, I'm seeing amazing things. Let me just clarify the Hermit, because this is the only issue I'm seeing in your reading when it comes down to you. The Death card. It kind of feels like you guys are going through some sort of like subconscious healing with the High Priestess. Like you're going to be purging some emotions that you may have, or like some beliefs that you have when it comes down to your journey. Maybe putting a timer on certain things, like I should be at this stage right now. I don't know what exactly it is that you are feeling, or whether it's just, I don't know, I'm not quite sure. With the Death card though, this is transformation. It feels like that there needs to be an ending to something, a story that you're telling yourself, with never-ending story, with something that you might be repeating, or with just holding on so tightly to, I can't move until I have this answer. I don't, it's kind of asking for you to not sit in this Hermit energy. I think that this is something that is coming to an end for you, is this Dark Night of the Soul chapter, of where you're maybe overly reflective. It's so good to reflect, so good to journal, so good to acknowledge certain feelings and emotions when they come up, but just don't hold on to them. Because when we hold on to them, the energy just attaches to you and it does weigh you down, and it doesn't need that importance in your life. With the Death card, something is coming to an end so that a new beginning can come through. This feels like the new beginning, this confident new you, which is amazing. I think we had that in your last reading. There is an end to this Hermit energy. Virgo and Scorpio is very deep, very intense, very analytical. Yeah, Ten of Wands is something that's been weighing a lot on you. Be aware of, I don't know why I'm picking up, but any codependency on anything is going to be removed at this time. Whether it is codependency on, you're dependent on a certain answer, or dependent on a certain person coming back, or dependent on a certain thing looking a certain way. There is this need to release and surrender, and to allow things to unfold naturally, because it feels like it's only kind of hurting you. You're holding on to things that don't need to be held on to. So you are going to be purging things that, again, are weighing you down. There's a draining of energy here. Seven of Swords, maybe this is people who deceived you in the past, okay, or a lot of, betrayal happened in your life that causes you to be withdrawn, isolated with the Hermit. You're coming out your shell, Virgo, I can see that. All right, so let's move into this other energy that we have, because we have Two of Cups, Two of Pentacles, both, represent decision making with the number twos, but it is also about partnerships. Eight of Cups, usually, for those who are single, it does feel like you might just meet somebody, all right, because Eight of Cups is going towards the two. But if you are in a connection with somebody, like we said earlier, it did seem like there was a little bit of toxic. It could be Capricorn, could be an Aries, doesn't matter what this person is. But it did feel a little bit controlling. It does feel like with the devil, is usually with chains, is like something's just a little bit too restrictive for you. Something's a little bit too overpowering, or something's just a little bit controlling in a way, or the Emperor can be very if you're in this Empress energy, you're in this beautiful flow, and sometimes the Emperor tries to control the flow, so things go that way. So it maybe it has a little bit of that. Let's just clarify this energy, please. The Knight of Wands, okay, maybe somebody's a little bit unserious. You may be placing a boundary with somebody here because of the way that they're acting with the Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands could be a player energy, but this can also just be an energy where it's it needs grounding. it needs a bit of grounding. It needs to be told what to do. It's a little bit immature, or it's a little bit, I can't find the word for it, but let's see. Anything else, please, to do with partnerships for Virgo? Four of Pentacles, the Chariot. So there is a freeing energy when it comes down to partnerships, and I think this is what you're doing. I think that you are becoming more free-spirited, which is great, and that does have something to do with the Knight of Wands too. But because we have such opposing energies here, what you're doing is releasing anything that is kind of holding you back, even if it's just yourself and your own belief systems. All right, so that maybe you are more open to certain relationships around you, Virgo, because the Chariot it's kind of coming through as your energy of you're just this free spirit energy. Who else got free spirit? I'm sure I said that to somebody else recently. I think it might have been Leo. But it's like you're ready to move, you're ready to go. With the Chariot is like, it's a go, go, go energy. It's determined, it's ready, it's just flying with the flow, The hands are up, you're just ready to let the universe kind of take the reins. But the Four of Pentacles, which seems to be what you're moving away from when it comes down to connections with people, is anything that's been holding you back. Four of Pentacles is usually somebody who's completely closed off, has no room for anything else apparently, because it's just holding on to things that don't need to really be held on to. So whether you've just had an unwillingness to open up, now is the time where that's changing. You're feeling more confident about getting out there, doing things, or whether it means you're releasing certain people, placing boundaries with people who are controlling or who are trying to, whether they realize it or not, whether you realize it or not, like trying to hold you back. Like there is this freeing energy about you, which is amazing. Really amazing to see, and I really do believe that this energy is going to really help you expand moving forward. But Four of Pentacles could be a belief as well, if it's not people. It's to do with your belief of people that might be holding you back. The Queen of Wands, amazing. Again, more confidence coming through, fiery energy coming through. I love that. We also had the Ten of Cups. So amazing. You guys definitely could be heading towards new relationships. This is kind of like a soul tribe energy with the Ten of Cups, because I always say with this card, it's similar to the Nine of Cups to me whenever they come out. It's like it is wish fulfillment, it is happiness, but it's not just your own happiness, it's happiness with everyone around you. So this is a very lovely card for community. So I feels like you guys are born to stand out with that Queen of Wands. It is a very attractive energy. So again, a lot of this is saying, Virgo, that you guys are really gaining beauty inside and out. Like there is something very beautiful and very Venusian about you within this week. So it doesn't surprise me if you guys have this higher drive to whatever, or people have certain like temptations. Like there's just temptations, not bad temptations, but it's more flirtatiousness coming through with you guys within this week. But Ten of Cups is great. What else can I say? Like it's good. I think this is helping you to come outside of your shell, and I think that's what the Four of Pentacles can mean if it's not to do with other people. You're coming outside your shell, you're ready to socialize, you're ready to mingle, you're ready to kind of get to know other people. And you might just. All right, let's get you some tea leaf tarot for you, Virgo. Some tea leaf tarot for Virgo, please. I am seeing the three-lettered word beginning with S, ending with X, by the way, like I do. Like I was picking up on that, but I am seeing that. I didn't know. It's a lot of drive this week. Oh, interesting. Some of you, there may be a little bit of like a misunderstanding coming up within this week. This is heartache over what you no longer have, but this is a misunderstanding. So if this is what this never-ending story is about, then this could just be like, maybe you feel like you've lost something, but you can gain it back. That's what the misunderstanding is. It's like you are really heartbroken over something that you feel like you've lost, which I completely understand, but there is something to do with like it being perceived wrong. You also have egg here, which is success assured with good plans and hard work, which is amazing. I do see you working super hard, Virgo. Again, hard work ahead with the table. And you have unicorn, which is saying to use your intuition to make beneficial changes. Again, going with the flow, that Empress energy is all very intuitive. It's just really feeling confident in the universe. The Spear came out with the marriage. Maybe there's a bit of a disagreement or a breakup in a marriage here because of some sort of misunderstanding. We have obstacles to overcome. So for some of you, it kind of does feel like there could be some reconciliation for some of you who may have kind of separated or needed a break from somebody. All right, we also have funnel. So some of you may have been super frustrated. There is a lesson when it comes down to this, so just pay attention with that funnel. It does feel like funnel is kind of, maybe there is something that's being like bottled up for too long. So I think that you're having to dissect some things, which makes sense with that Hermit energy. Cracked cup, dissatisfaction with life. We have waiting for news, package letter, which came with a wish is granted. And with that, we have success. All right. It just feels like a little bit of like relationships is just something where the blockage is as well. And a little bit of yourself. Someone working against you behind your back. Maybe that's something that you felt here. We have vacation. Some of you may have experienced some sort of like ending. Someone is going out of your life or the end of a situation. Of course, it is casket, so some of you may have experienced, you know, a loss of someone passing away here, which may lead to some sort of vacation with the kite. All right, my condolences to you, Virgo, if that's your story. But that could be also in relation to maybe if something's going out of your life, it could be an end of a relationship. But the vacation here kind of tells me it might just be a bit of a break. All right. Well, Virgo, that is what I have for you. I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Make sure you let me know how this was for you. If you liked it, make sure you like and subscribe. And I hope to see you guys next time.